What's up, everyone? Welcome to the November 29th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. We have a three-game NBA slate to take a look at tonight. As always, we're going to talk about 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, click that link in the description below. Sign up and make a deposit at BetMGM. Place a $10 bet on any pregame World Cup money line and receive $200 in free bets if any team scores a goal. And that is not any team in the game you bet. It's any team in the World Cup. So get $200 in free bets by placing a $10 bet on any pregame World Cup money line. Click the link in the description below to take advantage. Now, looking at the top 5 tournament options as things currently stand, keep in mind there is injury news today. Things are going to change, so be sure to tune in to the deeper dive and live before lock, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. But for right now, coming in at number 5, Yusuf Nurkic, projected for 27% ownership with a 30% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Nurkic is center only on DraftKings at $7,200. In the games that he has played with Damian Lillard this year, Nurkic has averaged 1.05 DraftKings points per minute in 27.5 minutes per game. By comparison, in the games without Lillard, Nurkic has averaged 1.25 DraftKings points per minute in 30.7 minutes per game. So about 3 extra minutes and 0.2 of a fantasy point per minute in production when Lillard is out. Lillard is out again tonight, so Nurkic looks really good. Number 4, Stephen Curry, 26% projected ownership, 31% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He is point guard only at $10,700. It's a pace down spot tonight against the Mavs, but Curry has been excellent this year, averaging 1.57 DraftKings points per minute. Number 3, Reggie Jackson, point guard only at $5,300, projected for 28% ownership with a 35% chance of being in the optimal lineup. No Paul George and no Kawhi Leonard tonight for the Clippers. They are extremely shorthanded. Right now, they only have 9 active bodies. It remains to be seen if they recall anyone from the G League. But Jackson should get substantial playing time one way or the other. John Wall is out as well, so that helps Jackson's playing time. He hasn't been very good at all this year in general, but also without George or Kawhi on the floor. But going back to the start of last season, Jackson has averaged 1.02 DraftKings points per minute. It's likely that he gets back to similar production as the sample size this year gets larger. Number 2, Luka Doncic, 42% projected ownership, 41% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Luka is point guard only at $12,600. We have plenty of value available on this slate to get to him, and we also don't have a particularly strong mid-range, so the opportunity cost to paying all the way up to Luka isn't as high as it is on larger slates. He's averaged 1.6 DraftKings points per minute and about 38 minutes per game this season, and he gets a huge pace-up spot against the Golden State Warriors. And number 1, Norman Powell, playing on the shorthanded Clippers team that I was talking about when we discussed Reggie Jackson. Powell's projected for 44% ownership with a 43% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He has shooting guard and small forward eligibility and is just $5,400. He's averaged about a fantasy point per minute without Leonard or George on the floor this season. And since he joined the Clippers last year, he's averaged 1.07 DraftKings points per minute without them on the floor. He's likely to give you around 30 minutes tonight. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options on DraftKings as things currently stand. Number 5, Yusuf Nurkic. Number 4, Steph Curry. Number 3, Reggie Jackson. Number 2, Luka Doncic. And number 1, Norman Powell.